Check your post if you're not fired up. It's episode 4 of All Fin, where we go all in on the Dolphins.
Listen.
I'm Coach Mike McDaniels, and I'm also sitting here with 2 other guests. To my left, multiple Grammy award-winning producer.
The jury. DJ Khaled, Grammy-winning producer. God did.
And to my right, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'd like to introduce myself as myself. Austin Danger Powers.
Ooh, he didn't forget the danger. That's very important.
Yes, sir. And we had another week of Dolphins football where we got a lot of football. A lot of exciting football.
And well, not at first. At first, it looked a little dim there, but we did get it together really quick. Thank God.
I think we got exactly what we wanted this week. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you tuned in to episode 3, we were kind of spot on with everything.
Pretty much.
It was really cool. Really cool to finally be right on everything.
So taking you like my play calling this week, huh?
Oh yeah, today. Oh, even the designs. You know which play stood out to me a lot? That I liked that end around with Tyreek Hill, and it was kind of screen with the lineman.
Spider to white cheetah.
Oh, that's what it was called.
White cheetah.
Yes, there we go.
Before we get too into it, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first segment. As always, we got Martin here from Tune Out. We got
Austin
Alejandro
Danger
DJ
Powers.
Khaled.
I'm sorry, but and it's me, Ralph. Of course, we're gonna always talk about what we love to talk about, the Miami Dolphins. We're gonna get into this game with the Detroit Lions. We're gonna start off with the pre-flop, and as always, remember, guys, the pre-flop has no winner.
No winner. What if I put the pinky ring on? Can we get a winner?
No winner. No winner. We're gonna go ahead, flip the cards. We're gonna see who goes first. Since nobody won last week, because I'm the winner, I'm gonna leave that last one out. We're gonna go with Alejandro, DJ Khaled first.
Let's see.
With the 3 of clubs, and now we got Martin Ortega with the 9 of diamonds. Okay. Martin, you started off. Talk about this week.
Well, honestly, we got exactly what we wanted. The Dolphins offense actually moved from quarter 1 to quarter 4. Tua seems to have gotten some rust off. I will give some credit to the fact that the Lions defense isn't the best, but bro, Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, 188 yards, crazy. 12 catches. Waddle, don't get left behind. You still had like 10 catches, 100 yards.
Yep.
And
2 TDs.
Mostert looked nice whenever he got the opportunity. I think at least for the offensive side, we got to be happy with what we saw. Although everybody's gonna have a different opinion than I have. The defense cleaned it up in the second half.
Get out of here, dude.
Cleaned it up in the second half.
They improved, yes, but it's not that hard to improve from how bad you started off this game.
It's a whole different ball game in the second half, and they allowed a certain amount of yards, and that was only 27 yards going into the fourth quarter. Just say, I'm not saying I'm giving them a credit they won this game or anything, but they held their own in the second half.
Give them a grade.
A D.
A D, okay.
Okay, all right. So you're
overall
not
D.
Overall D.
Wow, versus the Lions.
You have to understand the first half did matter.
You're not that ridiculous. I thought your statement was gonna.
But they would have had an F if they didn't do what they did in the second half.
This offense was red hot impressive today. But what did catch my eye the most was the offensive line play today. There were walls in front of Tua, and even though he was releasing the ball really fast, literally, this is what I was asking for last week. Why he went away from it? The empty sets let Tua just keep on ripping. He was so accurate today. You know, he was money, and he, like I said when I pushed in all these chips last episode, and I was all in on Tua. He delivered.
He needed it.
Absolutely. He needed this for himself. This is going to be the tune-up confidence booster for him moving forward. And I think for this next 4-game stretch, and obviously there's always going to be someone hating out there. Oh, he did it against the Lions.
No, of course. You have to be honest. You have to be honest too. Oh. Yeah, he did great, but can he do it versus the teams that are going to be in the playoffs if we get there?
And this is how you're going to get there. You're going to take your little steps.
It's only 5 games. There's 8 games we played, 5 games which he's only been a part of. So it's going to take time. So I'm not saying, but this was a good step in the right direction.
I mean, he was already getting the ball rolling before he got hurt. So that was just like a pause.
But again,
this
is, like I mentioned, this is the first complete game from the offense.
Okay.
So I like to see, even though it was the Lions, it was great to see a complete offensive game.
Very nice. And like we said, at first you're going down 14-0 and you're like, oh my God, are we really going to blow this game? Coach did call a trap game last week.
Yes, sir.
But no, man, we ended up pulling it off. Thank God. God did. And we got the win. And but before the game even started, we got surprised with the inactive of Eric Rowe.
Yes.
So what are our thoughts with that?
Yes.
To be honest,
You called,
I didn't think that he was gonna be. The reason why I was okay with it is because McKinley's back. McKinley's the guy that I think would replace Brendan Jones if this would have happened. He's played with Holland before. It's just an easier like flow. Like he doesn't have, they don't really have to learn how they play each other because those positions have to work hand in hand. Although they're different positions, at the end of the day, one's covering another's back, and they have chemistry together.
Yeah, but I 1000% think he's about to be shipped out. That's
Yeah,
the only
that
reason.
was my
I know.
opinion.
Dude,
That was my
Clayton
opinion.
Fedulum is the worst,
Corners,
one of the worst players
If you
on this
know
team.
you're locked in at that position at free safety, you're like, I know this is the guy. With how little depth we have at corner, you might as well fill the gap. And Eric Rowe's only gonna go in if McKinley got hurt. So
I don't know, man.
During the game, they did mention one of the announcers mentioned that he was scratched off because
Yep.
they needed him on special teams.
I
Well,
think-
not
I think
him,
that's
him,
the-
not him, but they needed more players
Yeah.
on special teams. And
It's true. Look, think about it. Our special teams cornerbacks are playing starting minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to understand that that is a reasonable excuse, but at the same time, you're like, I think Eric Rowe's better than being inactive, especially with the depth or lack of depth we have at the moment.
Man, he's like you said, with the lack of depth, there's no reason why he should be off the field with the talent. So that's why I'm 100% thinking
But
this guy's
sorry, like I
this
told you
guy's
before the
about to
game,
get. He's
do you
not
re-
a bad player.
What are we
bro.
gonna get? What are we gonna get for him? What are we gonna get?
I
for
don't
him?
know, but I guess it's better to get something than nothing if you're not gonna keep him.
I get
So
it.
it's like, but still,
Well, let's keep it moving. We're gonna go ahead, even though it's a W this week. We're gonna get into the flop, the biggest flop, the pre-flop, after the, I'm talking like Coach Mike McDaniels right now because I am Coach Mike McDaniels. All right. But we're gonna get into the biggest flop. We're gonna go ahead and flip the cards on this segment. We are gonna have a winner. And then we're gonna pick the champion at the end. Let's go ahead and start with Skinny since he lost the last cards. He got a 7 of hearts. Martin with the King of Hearts. Martin will start off again.
Okay, so the guy that's been literally saying the defense has been the strong point of the team for the most part has been me, and I'm gonna say it that they were the weakest point of the team today. And
I thought you were gonna say you're the biggest flop today. I was like,
no,
what's up?
well, maybe I don't care. But realistically speaking, if I don't call out the defense, I'm full of crap. So I'm gonna say it. The defense first half looked atrocious, and I'm gonna put it more on the D line than the DBs because the depth isn't there at corner. The D line wasn't getting any pressure.
This guy left me with nothing to say.
Sorry.
That's literally the route I was gonna go, and now I gotta pull something out of my butt. But
I also like to live dangerously.
come on, Powers. But yeah, man, today I'm gonna have to agree with him. I'm gonna say the D line was the weak point today.
Hey, I've been agreeing with you every other week.
You're right. So I'm gonna give you your credit today. It just seemed like Goff was standing pretty back there for a lot
that
and getting
O-line-
ready.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're a good offensive line, but still, you got to find a way to get some pressure on these guys. And you saw he got to stand pretty back there, and he was finding people downfield, everything. And they played a really good game, and just we're lucky to get through to get by with this.
Do you want me to know if I had to give one person?
No, it's Zach Sealer. I'm gonna say it.
No.
He's the start on the
no,
D-line
no,
That's
today.
not what I was
no,
gonna say. I was gonna say
From beginning to
the
end, no.
flop. I'm sticking with the flop.
Oh,
If I had to stand out for one person, and this guy probably gets it for the whole season still, Agba, that guy got paid.
oh yeah.
And that
Yeah,
guy
absolutely.
has been
Where is
worthless.
Agba?
I am sorry, man. I've been a big fan of the defense, but you're not helping me, and you're not helping the team.
Agba, I'm calling your name. You know what comes next? Show up.
Yes, yeah, we
Aye,
need
aye.
that guy, and I miss the dice roll, bro.
Yeah,
It's
that's
one of
true.
the
After
coolest
every sack.
celebrations, but we're not getting it this season. But yeah, that's the one thing I will say. Zach Sealer does deserve some credit today
100%. Yeah.
with the
We
batted
haven't gotten there yet,
balls.
so I didn't want to say
He's
that.
the one guy. Yeah, you can kind of let slide.
No,
but
Wilkins had a decent game.
yeah, and also how many neutral zone infractions
Yeah,
today?
yeah, no, again, but he had a
come
decent
on.
game overall.
I told both of you guys from the beginning of the game, the only guy I saw getting pressure on the edge was Jalen Phillips.
Yeah,
That
but he
the
was
only
hustling.
one.
You saw the
yeah,
hustle
he
in
was
him.
hustling
You saw the
hard,
hustle in
yes.
him. No matter what, He probably didn't get there, but you literally see him going up against
He
two
was the
guys,
first one.
going around the edge.
Yeah, but going around the edge doesn't mean much when the guy
Yeah,
steps
but
up in the pocket.
You
No,
can't
but
have
you
the
saw
play
it.
go
If
that
you're
way.
not
He
getting
didn't
that
give up.
interior
That
rush,
motor
no,
kept
no,
going. That
no,
motor kept
nobody's
going.
saying anything about his motor. We all know he's 100 on every play. But come on,
So
Golf had a clean jersey today.
our clear
let's be
winner
real.
is gonna be Martin because I agree with you, man.
Every time I disagree with this guy, he just
yeah.
goes against me. This
Don't
show
don't
is
use
really
those
fun.
words. I disagree.
You agreed with Martin. I'm agreeing with you because you agreed with Martin.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
I
there
need
you
the
go.
consensus.
show me the
The
playbook
consensus.
on this
Yes.
one, bro.
So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna make Martin the winner. He did say the D line was terrible. That was the weakest point of this whole offense today.
Defense.
Defense.
Defense. I just think we couldn't stop the run. If Detroit stuck to the run, we probably would have got murdered.
Maybe.
But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next segment. Skinny, introduce the next segment for us.
We got
please.
turning point. What moment of the game changed for us, or who was the turning point player of the game? You know, who was our MVP? Who was our MVP? So let's flip. Let's see who we
Let's
got.
flip. Martin won the last hand. You're gonna go first. We got a Queen of Diamonds for DJ Khaled and an Eight of Spades for Austin Powers.
Oh, you already know who I'm
Austin
going with.
Pavlovich.
You already know who I'm going with for my MVP. I called it last week. Tua came out. We had 380 yards passing,
Yes.
3 touchdowns. Should have been 4 because Sherfield got robbed at the goal line. Man was lights out today. And like we said, it was against the Lions, so we kind of have to stay level-headed. But like I said, I think this is the beginning of a big run from our quarterback one. And I am excited that he is back. Listen.
Since Alejandro went all in on Skinny, we doubled his stack today. So notice that, please. Martin, what do you think?
I would normally agree with what you're saying, but I think Hill, without a doubt, showed out today and made this game even easier for Tua to put up the numbers he did. He was all over, even on certain mistakes on a pass, he made up for it. Hill, for me, was the turning point from the beginning of the game. He ended up with 188 yards, 12 catches. He had 100 more yards today than he did last week.
Yeah,
100 more yards than he did. I just wanted to repeat it.
Oh,
again.
but you could tell the flow of this game was
insane.
so much better.
And obviously we were playing from behind, so we had to throw more.
Yeah.
And that's why Tua ended up with 36 pass attempts, which again I don't like to see. I like a balanced offense. But yeah,
well, if Mostert isn't the one running the ball, then I'm 100% fine with that.
Hill, to me, his numbers were off the charts. Tua had a really, really good game.
Yeah.
But what Hill did was like, and what he's done thus far is just nothing short of
He
incredible.
already has 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
1,000 plus yards.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think
Combined, I think they're almost at 1,700.
They have the
yards
record right now
through 8 games.
Through 8 games.
Yeah.
Impressive, man.
Which again, I can care less about 8 games, but the fact that we've had injuries at quarterback, and they still already have those numbers is insane.
Yeah. So how did you feel when Mostert wasn't getting the carries? Did you think now they're being cautious?
Yeah. We spoke about this before. Mostert, for us, we all thought. Well, us two thought. Me and Khaled that he was going to get more than 14 carries going into this game because Detroit's rush defense is the worst in the league.
Yeah.
So we expected it, but
I called it, by the way.
Hold up.
Yeah,
There
called it,
was
by the
reasons for that. I feel carry number 1 was a 10-yard first down.
Yes.
And
he got dinged on that.
And we opened the game with a run play.
Yeah.
which you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
mention.
yeah.
We
So
opened the
that's
game
Put
with
the
a
claps for, put the cheers for that one.
Somebody's watching often in that organization, and keep watching.
There we are.
But yeah, so I feel like at this point they have to be controlling the whole situation with Mostert, because there's no other reason for Mostert not to be getting 20 plus carries unless you're trying to keep him healthy for the long run.
But that's what it had to be, I think, because we saw it last week after a big hit.
Those 2 hits that were like, all right, maybe he looked, because he sat off to the side in the first play.
Oh, well, he walked off and he even was holding his knee like, oh, damn.
No, but he the last 2 weeks he's been, after the Jets game or something like, I think it was a Jets game, he's been, or maybe the Viking game, sorry, he's been on the injury report for a knee, that he's even been held or limited in practice. And I think it's been more maintenance, but it's something to watch because obviously his major injuries have always been the knee.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So you just think they're being careful at this point?
I think now I can say that. Before today, I couldn't say that was the reason. I felt like they were being dumb.
I think we've seen that he's kind of a big part of this offense, so they're probably trying to play safe.
Bro,
with him.
honestly, he's explosive.
Yeah.
Edmonds, when you could literally see the difference between Edmonds and him. And Edmonds supposedly prior to hit this season with the Dolphins, he's been an explosive back. I don't see that from him. I see that out of Mostert, 100%. I don't see that.
Before we get to the winner, I'm gonna ask you guys something else. So with the trade deadline coming up, as we spoke with Eric Rowe, the Dolphins, I feel, are in need of another back. Would you feel like trading for like a Kareem Hunt or something like that would be a good move?
I do think that is a great move. This is a discussion I had earlier. I think Hunt and Edmonds being on the same team with Edmonds already having a contract and Hunt needing a contract next year is the only reason I don't see it happening, because I heard they want like a fourth or a fifth. That's a no-brainer. If you think you're going to be a playoff team, you want somebody to secure that up. But I don't know. What do you think?
The thing is, like, I think there's more priorities.
No, there is. But
than that. But I get it. If you get it at that price, yeah, go for it. But still, man, I'm a little worried with Gesicki. You know, I still think it's a possibility that he gets shipped out, and
I think that would be the dumbest move.
He had a good game today again.
And like we said, the touchdown came in the red zone, where the one place where you can actually put the guy.
That's where you want your tight end to score.
Absolutely.
That's where he's supposed to do his job. If he's doing his job, why ship him off?
Go ahead.
Like I said, I do. Everybody thinks I'm a Gesicki hater.
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm just a realist, man. I know.
No,
I know what I'm talking about here. You can't use the guy between the 20s. The guy's a red zone threat.
Did you have something to say?
I thought you were gonna let me talk. I thought you were gonna let me talk.
You go ahead.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, like if we can ship him off, maybe you should to Chicago, where we're coming up this week. And if you give me Roquan Smith, who's clearly unhappy, they just shipped out Robert Quinn, and he's been talking about getting traded.
Roquan Smith isn't a good trade.
You get us a linebacker, man. You get us a good depth cornerback.
You think you'd rather have a linebacker than a corner? I don't think a corner's the option. I don't think it's not going to happen.
I'd rather have a linebacker, bro.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think corner's going to be. It is who it is that we have out there.
Yeah.
Where they're hoping Byron Jones comes back when he does, and I think we're set.
And they're still up in the air with that. Correct. Nobody knows anything.
All right.
Like I said, I'd rather have an impact linebacker.
To me, I want to hear this. If you get Hill and Waddle as your only threats, you're okay going the rest of the way with just them as your option.
I mean, hasn't it been like that the season already?
Sorry. Yes.
It's kind of been like that. All the targets are going to them, and you've gotten occasionally out of the running back.
What happened in the Steelers game? Steelers, they found a way to stop Hill, and what happened?
I don't think it was that, man. Tua was out of rhythm, Pittsburgh, bro, and so was the play
calling. But the teams
calling,
will get you out of rhythm. It's not always going to be up to
absolutely,
your play.
And then you have to adjust to the play, and then they didn't adjust.
That is where
that's
our
why
rookie
they won.
Coach is still learning. I think today he didn't have that. He didn't have that situation.
No, he didn't.
I felt like the offense just continued to show what they can do, and they didn't get off the field. They punted like for the first time in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I feel like Gesicki's always gonna be that third option, but he's gonna be a very good, very, very good third option to have. And getting rid of him would be very dumb in my opinion.
If he stays, I'm happy with it. If he goes, I completely understand. So,
did you have a take?
No more takes. I'm gonna just go ahead and say my what was it, turning point for the week?
Yeah.
Is gonna be myself, Coach Mike McDaniels. Even though Tua did throw a touchdown.
You came back after the last 2 weeks. You stuck.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It happens, right?
I'm a rookie head coach. I make some rash decisions just to get everybody fired up.
Hey, don't talk about rashes, all right, man?
Oh my God! Speaking of Xavier Howard,
no,
over under. How many people does he give it to?
Just know X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with
song.
myself. No, you didn't produce it either.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with myself. Even though Tua did throw a touchdown to Trent Sherfield,
that got robbed. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't go ahead and challenge it because I got a word from somebody I knew upstairs. Hey, why don't we go ahead, run the clock, keep time of possession? I know it took us 2 plays, but we still got 2 offsides on that.
But I know you got nervous when that flag came out, and you're like, "Oh my God, now we're going backwards."
There was flags flying all over the place. Yes,
that's the one thing you got to clean up, my friend.
Yes,
and I know
sir,
you told Coach to go take a hike after the 5th one in neutral zone. He's like, "You better clean it up, bro." Yeah.
So
get it together.
On to the next segment.
So we're gonna go ahead with Alejandro Ortega since he went ahead and went all in with Tua. He doubled his stack. He might triple it tonight.
So don't get me hyped like that. This might be my first win.
You're DJ Khaled. You gotta hype yourself.
You're right. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna hit the river where we're gonna flow on to the next game. The next game is gonna be versus the Bears, correct? Yes,
Correct.
the Bears.
Chicago.
We're gonna be in Chicago. What do you guys thoughts? Let's go ahead, flip the cards. Let's see who goes first. This is the river where we're gonna get a winner. We got an ace
He
for
got it.
Martin,
Oh, ace.
and we got
that
a
hasn't
king.
happened yet.
And we got a king. Martin, go ahead. Let us know what you think about this game coming up versus the Bears.
So they just ended up losing to the Cowboys at home. I think it was by like 20 points.
Very ugly, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is someone that I feel will give us some trouble because I feel like we don't really have that. Baker is very good in my opinion, but he hasn't really shown.
Very good.
I think he's very. I think personally, if
He's a
had
nice
some-
guy. It's okay. He's a nice guy.
I think he's a good, very good player.
Who
But
are
I
you talking
do
about?
think
Jerome Baker.
Jerome Baker.
Yes.
But I do feel like Justin Fields will give us issues of running the ball. And that's really where I think the biggest issue will be on defense. And the fact that he can extend plays, go outside the pocket. Herbert, the running back, has looked a lot better than Montgomery. So I think the run game, although it's been our strength of our defense, the dinks and dunks to running backs have been really bad.
Yeah.
Singletary game,
Yeah.
Ravens game was short dinks and dunks, and the linebackers weren't there to make plays. Our offense they're playing versus a very good defense. Unless Roquan Smith gets traded, they already got rid of Quinn. So it's a good defense if people are still there intact. So I will say that. I think our offense has something to show back-to-back weeks, being the fact that we played our first consistent game versus the Lions. We need to do this back-to-back weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice
And
that
going to cold weather. We don't play good in cold
I think it's-
weather.
I think
Dolphins historically play well in cold weather.
Yeah, not our record. I don't think record-wise.
Yeah.
Historically, meaning 50 years. I'm
Historically.
sorry. I don't.
No.
Sorry,
Through,
are
I'm
you
saying
Shula or
through.
are you McDaniel?
I'm both right now. Throughout the Dolphins' history, they have a good record in cold weather.
this is looking like 60 degrees, guys. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay.
Well, like
I'm from Miami. That's a
if
big
it
deal.
snows or something like that, then we'll take it as a concern. Like, I'm not worried about this. Yeah, they played the Cowboys today, even though the Cowboys have looked good this season.
Great defense-wise.
But this is still the Bears. And yeah, they were kind of coming off the high of beating the Patriots, but spanking the Patriots. I think they've come back down to the world, and we're going to go into Chicago and continue with this confidence that we just had from this game. And you know who I think is going to be our big MVP this next upcoming game? I think Javon Holland. Javon Holland's going to be all over the place this next upcoming game.
I think he needs to be.
He led the
Yeah.
team in tackles in this
12
last
tackles,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And he's going to be big. I think they'll use him a little more in the box this upcoming week to help contain Justin Fields a little
Is
bit.
that McKinley's game being in the box? No, right?
No, I would say he's more. He looks to me more like a corner, like his physique,
Like his frame, yeah.
yeah, his frame and shit.
Because I think that's
But
going to
yeah.
be the biggest issue. We have to see what we're going to do about Jones's replacement.
Yeah.
And I think
But-
this will be the first game we'll get tested because of the fact that we're going to be playing a fast quarterback, dink and dunk to running backs. That was going to be what really going to hurt
But
us. down the
there's
stretch.
no other threat on that team other than
No.
Justin Fields, I feel.
But
Like,
that's a
unless
big-
you get the run game going.
I'm
If
sorry,
you
but
get the
look
run
with
game going,
Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson
But-
by any means,
but
but he
I
has
have-
the speed.
I have a lot of confidence in this run defense, and I'm sure they'll figure it out. There's a lot of speed on that D line. If they got a spy with Phillips or something, I'm sure they'll have some type
Well,
of
the
game
spy
plan.
has been Baker, from what I remember. Baker
Yeah.
has been always the spy.
Yeah, no, he's got wheels, man. But still, I just wish we got a little more impact plays from Baker, bro. Like, sometimes he'll just get the lucky interception or something like that, but you're not seeing it from him. You're not seeing it. And normally he's that guy. Can we please explain why we keep on dropping like D linemen into coverage? Like, that's the one thing
Yeah.
I hate seeing, bro. Just let these guys
Yeah.
put their hand on the ground and go get the quarterback. Stop trying to be too cute when it
I
comes.
really didn't see Melvin Ingram in this past game rush too much.
No.
I didn't, you're right?
Yeah.
I
He-
can't recall.
I don't think they used him too much today. Like,
I
he
saw
came
him a
in
couple
on some
times,
third downs and
but like you said, he would drop, he would cover, but like rush, I really didn't see him.
Yeah.
But that's what our linebackers are doing. Like, our D linemen, they're mixing it up between falling back and blitzing, and I think that has a lot to do with our lack of tackling from our linebackers.
Yeah.
They have extra people back there, so I think that's another reason why they're doing it. That's just my opinion.
I mean, one thing the Bears could do, Justin Fields, great, amazing QB. What I'm doing to scheme this week is pretty much try to keep him in the pocket.
have him make those big boy throws.
Yeah, I mean, me and Boyer have spoke. He has a great arm. But once he gets out the pocket is when he creates the plays. We
Yeah.
want to keep them in there. We really hope they don't feed off what Detroit did. I saw Detroit do a little what the Bills did, where they would send guys out and have the running back in the flat open or the tight end. They were hitting that a lot.
Yeah.
So we want to go ahead and stay away from that. We want to be stout on the defense. We
Get
wanna-
some pressure, man.
yes,
That's
we
all.
wanna-
You get some
we
pressure,
wanna
I
get
think
to
we'll
the
be fine.
QB. On the offensive side, obviously we had a good week. Going into this game, we want to go ahead and try to just clean up the little things. Tua
Yeah.
just played a spectacular game.
Go in and do the same.
Spectacular.
Go in
game.
and do the same this week.
But yeah, going into this game, I mean,
I just wish he
feel
would have
good.
hit. He would have hit Tyreek on one of those bombs in stride. But that's gonna be a timing
I'm
thing.
cool.
We know.
I'm cool. Right now, you can't really complain. He had
No,
30,
no, for sure.
over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, he slid. He slid today.
He
He
did.
slid
Yes.
twice.
Let's
twice,
go.
Twice
He's
or 3
learning.
times.
He's learning. They're getting to it. I bet his wife was the one to do
that
it.
angled block down the field.
Oh
helped him big
yeah,
time.
that was so nice.
So since
I love that guy, man.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick a winner for this week. I'm gonna go based off 2 things this week. 3 things: performance, costume, and then their argument. And obviously this week we're gonna go with DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled,
God did.
went all in on
What?
on
What-
Tua, and he's gonna go ahead and get the win.
Woo!
Shut up, bastard who was fat.
Listen, no. show him the reason why he lost today. What did you find on set today? What did you find on set?
So Martin,
What
while
are you,
we
wait,
were,
whoa, what are you guys
while
talking
we were
about?
setting up, we found something interesting, Mr. Powers. Can you explain this?
Yeah.
That's not mine.
Oh, it's not now.
It's not
huh?
yours.
Look what we found with it.
Look what we found with it, sir.
Oh yeah, that's your book, right? That's your face.
That's you, right?
That-
What? Read the title. Read the title to the people. Read it. You know how to read, right?
Swedish made penis enlarger, pumps and me. This sort of thing is my bag, baby. By Austin Powers.
That's not mine.
Yeah, it
I
is.
swear
It's
that's
okay.
I
not
don't
mine.
know, man.
we already know you're a little freaky. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. No
Um,
judgment. But yes, so we do want to get into our predictions before we go.
Yeah, we're gonna pump it up.
I want Coach to start with his prediction
My prediction?
because you got to set the tone on Sunday. So let's see.
Well, yeah, we're gonna set the tone. All right. Since we had a good week, we brought the team together.
Yes, we did.
We should get moving on a good note. I'm gonna say we go ahead and win in Chicago. I'm guaranteeing the win. I'm not Pat Riley. I'm Mike McDaniels, but yeah. I'm
What
gonna
score?
say we win 34-10.
Okay.
34-10.
Coño.
Miami Dolphins.
You got another gunslinging day from Tua or more on the ground?
So I had my predictions correct on Tua. He got one more TD than what I said, but I'm gonna go ahead. Tua,
I caught 3 TDs.
2
I caught the
touchdowns, 240 yards plus. No interceptions again. Tua, as long as you don't turn over the ball, you have my heart.
Okay.
Okay.
right.
Martin, go ahead, give your prediction.
Powers.
And MVP. Who's your MVP?
Yeah, who's your MVP?
Oh, who?
Prediction for MVP?
You got
Come
it.
on.
You got it. This
Let's
is all in segment. You got to
go.
remember
you,
this
you,
stuff.
you know who you're going with here.
I
bro.
really think if the Bears want to do like to try to stop anything, they're gonna have to double Hill. I think Waddle's gonna be MVP this week, even though Waddle should have been MVP this week.
Man, the guy throwing the ball
He
to him
had-
was pretty sharp today, you
Yeah.
know. But yes, if it wasn't for him, yeah, absolutely.
Hill was open all game. Hill was creating plays. So,
The dime,
that's why-
the first touchdown. No, the second one. Sorry. Oh my God, what a beautiful play.
but I'm gonna go with Waddle for this week in Chicago. I think he's gonna have a decent game. He's gonna have if not another 2 TDs, another 100 yards and a TD maybe.
I think defense is going to clean it up. I think we'll have an overall good game on the defense. We'll put pressure on a young Fields. Hopefully, keep him in the pocket. I think that's where he does least of his damage. I don't think he's learned to do that just yet. I think overall our offense will move versus this good Bears defense. I think we'll end up 21-10 final score.
Damn, I was
And
thinking.
my MVP will be Jalen Phillips.
Only 3
Okay.
touchdowns from the Dolphins.
I think the defense of the Bears is actually pretty good. It's
Yeah.
not great, and they lost Quinn, but it's good.
Okay.
See, I wanted to say 10 points too, but we can't do 3 straight. So my MVP, as I said, sorry about that. As I said, Javon Holland. I think he's gonna have a huge ball hawking day. We're gonna get another interception, a bunch of tackles, help us keep us and stay ahead above Chicago's offense. But yeah, I don't think that offense is gonna be as explosive as it was this week. So I'm calling, let's say 24-14, 10-point win.
24-14. Okay. Tua over under an interception.
Ooh, I'm gonna give
Our
him.
favorite prop of the week.
I'm gonna give him one. I'm gonna give him
You're
one.
gonna give him one?
Yeah.
I don't think.
I said no.
He was too
interceptions
clean.
already.
He was too clean today.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
was like, he's due one. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna say 2 dropped interceptions.
Two
No
dropped.
interceptions.
Oh, that's a big
I'm
problem.
gonna give you guys a new prop. Defense. 2 or more sacks. Two is the mark. Less. Plus or minus.
I'm gonna go more. I think the defense is gonna pull up.
I think Fields is gonna bring himself into some sacks, so I think we'll go.
Hey, they still count.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
no,
three,
no.
three
No.
sacks. Okay.
Gesicki.
Yeah, that's
Still on the team or not?
Hold up. You finish your. What's your?
I was gonna say. Does Mostert have a rushing touchdown in this game?
Oh, I had a prop on him today. He killed it for me. Take it.
I'm gonna say yes. He will have a touchdown. I don't know if it's rushing
Or receiving.
or receiving yet.
Okay, he will have a touchdown.
I think we have. There has to be a game where the run game
But no.
finally gets.
I
a
like
little
where you
more
were going
involved,
with
man.
this. Is Gesicki
Is
a Dolphin?
Gesicki a Dolphin
at the trade
by
deadline?
by next Sunday?
I know you're gonna like tag Gesicki and this guy's gonna want to
No,
come
no,
find
no,
me or
no.
something. It's okay. He'll find me, Mike. I'll show you how to block. It's okay. But no, man. Damn. My thing is, I just don't think he's gonna be on the team next year.
Where does he go
So-
if he gets traded?
No. Let's keep it simple. Keep it
How
simple.
great would it be if we get Roquan and they swap for this
I
Sunday?
said that. That was the only thing I would go for is that. Yes, the only person. Sorry, Mike. The only person in the NFL that I would trade you for is Roquan Smith. Only one. That's it.
But I do think they like Cole Kmet enough to be like, okay, maybe not.
But you know who? You know
need to get
who?
him a-
You know
need to
who
get
I
Fields
think he
a-
might end up? The Buccaneers. If he does get traded.
Ooh.
That's a good
With
one.
all the injuries to Bray, Otten is a good young tight end, but I don't think he's Mike Gesicki, and
Yeah.
they need offense right now.
I just don't know how much money they have left because remember, he's still a good hit. for
No,
this
but I
year.
think it could be a 1 year. Like, hey, Brady wants a tight end. Let's get him a tight
okay,
end.
hey.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna surprise you guys. I'm gonna say he stays a Dolphin.
Okay.
No, me too. I agree.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I think I think we're idiots if we trade that guy. There is no reason. We haven't get. I wish we would have seen full 8 games of Gesicki usage to be like, all right, I have made my decision. You can ship him, or he's done enough. Keep him.
But maybe
we haven't.
there's a reason you haven't got the usage, man, because he kills a lot of your plays.
I mean, another thing is what they could do is hurt his value by not using him as well, and then just resign.
but I
him.
think
well,
we-
stock's up right now.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough in the last couple of weeks to be like, all right, this guy has something.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, I think we all want to see the offense continuing to move.
Yeah.
We want to see pressure by the defense.
Yeah.
We didn't see it this week, but I think again, it was Detroit Lions that has put up points, and the offensive line is the strong point of that offense. So we didn't see it for a reason, I think.
Yeah,
So
and after 8 weeks, we're 5-3, man. We got to be happy right now.
the Patriots beat the Jets, so we're tied with
for
them
second,
record,
which is crazy.
but they're
because
ahead because of the division.
Yeah.
But it's only
They
if
haven't
we
faced-
end up being tied with them because the division at the end of the day would count over the head-to-head.
Yeah,
So remember that.
but
Yeah.
they haven't faced the Bills. I'm not worried about the Jets right now. They're gonna fizzle out eventually. I'm okay with that one.
I don't think so, but yeah. Okay.
But right now, what we got? Bears, Texans, who
And
else?
Browns.
We-
Browns.
And Browns. So
Yeah,
right
so-
now, keep it going. Get these wins because it will get hard come December.
Yeah, we got a nice 4-game stretch after that. We're gonna keep it going next week. Go ahead and tune in. We're gonna have 2 now, Martin here as always.
Austin's taking the week off.
Alejandro Ortega here. He'll be back. We won't have
As-
DJ Khaled.
as
Never forget.
I'll be back to coaching. I just wanted to make an appearance after this week.
We the best. Taking my belt home with me.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off.
Don't forget-
Remember, go ahead.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The All Fin Podcast. We'll be here every week.
Tell a Dolphin.
No, I wasn't gonna say it this week. I wasn't gonna say it, but it's all right. Go with it. Tag a Dolphin. You know, you got a friend you got a homie that's a Dolphins fan. Goes out to the games. We're out there too. Find them. Send.
Do
them
I really
on.
have to ask you 3 more times to subscribe, like, share, comment, and help us out?
Help us out. That's it.
Yeah. This week's final thought is a lot of cities have a lot of things. Cities have skyscrapers. Cities have gambling. Cities have mountains. But just remember, Miami has the Dolphins.
And DJ Khaled got #1 records. God did.
We're out.
Signing off.